All right, guys. So today I'm going to be talking to you about withdrawal timeframes for a pocket option and how long it really does take to get your withdrawals from the broker. My name is David with Binary Masterclass, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so according to Pocket Option Terms of Service, they have up to 72 hours to process a withdrawal request. Now, they say most of them happen immediately. Now, they can take longer than 72 business hours. Actually, their Terms of Service say they can take up to 14 business days to process a withdrawal request in certain instances, but only when they've pre-notified the client. Now, what I've done is I've gone through my last 9 withdrawal requests, pretty much all the withdrawal requests I've made in the calendar year of 2023. I've put them in a spreadsheet and I've indicated when I made the withdrawal request and when it was received into my Coinbase account. And as you'll see, in a couple of instances, they were actually very, very fast in processing the request, but in others, maybe not so much. Okay, so every time you make a withdrawal request from Pocket Option, you're gonna get an email from indicating that your request has been placed and it is in queue for processing. The next communication you hopefully will receive is an email from your crypto wallet saying that they've received the funds into your crypto wallet. So what I've done is I've taken the timestamp from when I've made the withdrawal to the timestamp when I received the funds in my crypto account. I've calculated that into the amount of hours and minutes it took for the money to hit my crypto wallet once I placed the request with the broker. Okay, so if you look at the spreadsheet I've created, you'll see back on January 6th, I made a withdrawal request at 6:55 a.m. Pacific time, and my withdrawal was processed and received into my Coinbase account on 1:10 at 9:42 a.m. So it took about 50 hours and 47 minutes, or just over 2 days. So not too bad on that one. Then on 1:12, I made a request at 6:19. It was processed on 1:12 at 6:42. 23 minutes, guys. 23 minutes. Now, this was actually a very, very small request. I think it was only around $150. So I do notice that the small requests, let's say under $500, oftentimes get processed within an hour or two, very quickly. The larger requests, let's say over $500 into the thousands of dollars, which most of mine are well over the $500 amount, those are going to take a bit longer in my experience. So the next request was about 10 days later on 1:13 at 6:53 in the morning, and then it was processed 69 hours, 48 minutes later, really close to that 72 or the 3 business day mark. I'm calling it 72 hours. It could actually be somewhere in that 3rd business day, but so they did it just under the 3 business day mark for that withdrawal request. Then a week later, I made another withdrawal request at 6:47 in the morning. Most of these requests come right after my trading sessions, sometimes on a Friday, sometimes on another day. I'll go in and put a withdrawal request in for some of my profits after one of my trading sessions, typically at the end of the week. It was processed, guys, 117 hours, 55 minutes later, pretty much the next Friday morning. Now, I did send a note in to support once they passed the 3-day mark, maybe on day 4, indicating that, you're past the 3 business days. Can you please kindly process my request as soon as you can? And guys, I want to stress the fact that it is very important when you're communicating with support at any one of these brokers to make sure that you're always very, very kind. In fact, in their terms of service, there's actually a clause that says they can shut your account down if you're essentially rude to the broker. So you don't want to, it's learning how to get what you want. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to be mean, but you do just want to sometimes ask. And then I've noticed sometimes after I ask about the processing time frame of the withdrawal, it sometimes will speed up the request. Sometimes it'll come through within a few hours of my support ticket. So then on 2/3, I made a request at 5:36 a.m., processed 19 hours later, 19 hours and 45 minutes. So very good on that one, less than 24 hours. 2/7 at 8:05, I made a request, and that one is processed 65 hours, 36 minutes later. You can see, so just coming up on the 3 business day mark, but still under. Then on 3/1, I made a request. It was processed 25 hours, 47 minutes later, so just about 1 business day, which is great. And then on 3/3, I made another request, and it was processed 90 hours and 1 minute later. So Again, a little over that. It was around just under the 4-day mark. So somewhere in the 3 business day mark, that request was processed. And then the last request I made that was processed, I actually have one pending right now that was made a couple of days ago. So we're only one business day, because it was over the weekend. I made it on Friday. So we're only 1 business day into my latest request, but this one came on 3/13, 8:41 a.m. and it was processed 67 hours, 26 minutes later. So you can see just right under that 3 business day mark. So in my experience, the small requests are going to get processed fairly quickly. The larger requests, they're going to take some time. Now, I've never not had a withdrawal request honored. Occasionally, back at the beginning of my experience with this broker, they made me jump through some additional identity verification hoops. You have to send in a utility bill. You have to do the selfies. I've noticed that sometimes they'll request the selfies if I'm trading in a different location. Maybe I've been trading from my home base, and then I'm out of town and I'm trading from another location, and I make a withdrawal request from another location. Oftentimes I will get a selfie request in that situation. And then there was a time when they thought that I was, or at least their standard verbiage was, and I've seen them utilize this with other people, was what they thought I was utilizing a bot for my trading, which of course I do not. All of my trades are hand placed, and they made me trade a very large amount of turnover at a time frame longer than 1 minute. So they wanted to make sure that I was not trading with a bot. I jumped through the hoops and I reinitiated the withdrawal request, and they honored, in that case, I think it was probably a $100,000 request. So a very, very large request. So guys, the bottom line is, in my experience, Pocket Option does pay out the withdrawals. It may take some time. Most of them are not going to be immediate unless they're small. They're going to take a few days to come through, but they should all generally come through. With that being said, guys, if you would like to make money with us and take these withdrawal requests yourself, there are links in the description below. Click on them. Join us in one of our 3 daily live trading room sessions. Go through our binary masterclass, learn how to trade binary options successfully. You can learn about our strategy. You can learn about our money management. You can watch videos related to everything binary options related. And then guys, you can join us live in the trading room and take the same trades that we're taking, hear from our different moderators about their ideas about the currency movements and what trades we're looking at. And guys, just jump into a great live and trade environment that will likely help improve your binary options trading. And again, as always, if you like the video, please click like, subscribe to the channel so you can see more binary options related content, and we will see you in the trading room.